The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
Talk about the markets. Gonna get into all that stuff. What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. TGIF, baby. How is everybody today? I hope everybody is up at it, doing the thing, ready to rock and roll. You know, get over there, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, y'all. And make sure you guys are sharing this out. Also, over there on TikTok, make sure you guys are tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. Let's get this thing moving. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, y'all. We're gonna do our best to try to get you guys ready for Friday's trading day, and get you guys moving, y'all. So it is it's Friday, baby. That's all I can say. And boy, oh boy, have we been on a rocket ship, down ship, up ship, round ship. Everything is going on in the markets, man. So it's been interesting. It's been interesting, guys. And we're going to dig into a little bit of it. We're going to dig into a little bit. Going to show you guys what I've been doing. You know, it's gonna get good, man. You either love these times or you hate these times, but at the end of the day, you can't cry about where we're at. You can't whine about where we're at. You got to come to the reality of the situation, and the situation is the situation. And the situation right now is we're down, y'all. The market's down, but we knew that the market was going to be down. Told you guys the market was going to be down. You know, we looked at the charts. It was in the charts. It was in everything that we looked at, kept saying that this market was going to pull back. And, you know, you can blame it on the administration. You can blame it on the policies. You can blame it on whatever is going on in the geopolitical landscapes. You can blame it on any of that. But, yo, it's been since like December we've been saying that the market's going to come down. So Scottish, man, good morning. Yeah, we're making money short in the market, man. I've been making money short in the hell out of this market, man. Selmo, good morning, my brother. The Junior, what's up? Good morning, my brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my brother. How are you? How are you doing? How are you? Junior got his token, the legend, man. It's doing pretty good over there. You guys should go check it out over there on Solana. And doing pretty good, man. Not bad. It's hanging in there. Yeah, we're making money, man. We're making money short in the market, man. But that's the thing. Like, if you're a trader, this is the market. Like, you made a lot of money on the way down. You made a lot of money on the way down. Yeah, we got a little bit of a recovery going on right now, Scottish. A little bit of a recovery bounce right now. Not bad. Got to expect it, though. Got to expect it after a big pullback like that. So almost says down goes BTC, down goes BTC. Yo, the whole market went down, man. We'll get into some of these losses here in a minute. Ken, good morning, good morning, good morning. We'll get into some of these losses, you know, because they're pretty significant, you know, all around the market, they're pretty significant. So, you know, and this is why you don't hold your bags. This is why you take profits on the way up. You know what I mean? This is why them people that are telling you just hold, You got to get away from them. You got to get away from them, guys. I mean, you got to take profits on the way up. Jeffrey Epstein, yeah, them files didn't help, but they're not the reason that the whole market's down. They're not the reason. I mean, they're part of the reason, but it was in the chart. It was in the chart, and that's why I kept showing you guys the chart. It was in it was there. The writing was there if you knew what you were looking for. Heat, good morning, my brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And that's why I'm here. I try to tell you guys what to look for. I'm not always right. Another 3 years, yeah, another 3 years. No, actually, Heat, the market cycle is a year down, and then usually, 3 years up. So, if you hit the bottom of this thing, you'll be less time in the bear market, right? So if you deploy your capital the right way, then you're less time in the bear market, right? And that's why I tell you guys DCA is a good thing, but you got to know when to DCA. You can't just DCA on a fallen knife. You just be sitting on it forever, right? So there's a time and a place to DCA, and the time and a place to DCA was not 2-3 weeks ago. Shorter bear market, yeah, it's going to be a shorter bear market this time, without a doubt. Stock BTC is stock as much BTC as you can. Look, guys, the reason that you buy altcoins should be to buy more Bitcoin, right? You should be taking your profits off of your alts. My opinion, you should be taking your profits off of your altcoins to buy more Bitcoin, right? Or put it in your bank account. But you need Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the number one cryptocurrency on the board. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it ain't going nowhere. It's got $1 trillion market cap. And even if you bought the top of the last cycle with Bitcoin, you still would have been up. You still would have been up even during this downfall, right? So, the whole key is to get money. To get money to buy more Bitcoin. Like that should be the prize, and we'll take a look. We'll take a look. Let's get into some of these markets though, y'all. Y'all over there on TikTok, man, keep tapping that screen. Tap, 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 baby. What's up? What's up over there on TikTok? What's up? What's up? What's up? But let's look at these Asian markets, right? The Asian markets, they didn't trade too bad last night. They actually did okay. As we're looking at the Asian markets, they didn't do too bad last night. European markets are trading right now. They're trading all in green. Ken's over there pumping the markets for me on a Friday, like he usually does. I ain't touching BTC. Well, I mean that's a choice, Junior, but BTC ain't going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. And then you got the pre-markets over here in the United States. They're doing all right, man. We're all in green. We're doing good. We're looking good. But man, looking good from what? I always ask you guys, looking good from what, right? We got freaking torched the last couple of days. Torched over there in the stock market the last couple of days. Heat says why? Why no BTC? People are saying BTC in the files and all that stuff, and BTC ain't going nowhere. BTC will remain your daddy when it comes to this crypto market, regardless of what anybody says. BTC will remain your daddy. And I mean, BTC is not used for anything other than different than what the dollar bill is used for. You know what I mean? But BTC is your daddy when it comes to crypto. That's your mama and that's your daddy. And everybody else is just the chitlins. They're just the children. And after that, then you got the uncles and the aunts and the nieces and the kids. But BTC is the daddy, the granddaddy. So they can flood it all they want, but BTC is that dude. Uh, so everybody, here's a go. BTC is not going to zero. BTC is not going to zero. BTC is never going to zero. Never. And I'll tell you what, if BTC goes to zero, I'll quit streaming forever. I'll quit streaming forever if BTC goes to zero. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. BTC might they might drop a zero and go to, like, instead of 60K, they might one day end up at 600K, but they ain't going to zero. They ain't going to zero. Never gonna happen. That's just crazy talk. That's just craziness. BTC ain't going nowhere. But we got gold up this morning, and silver looks like it's down this morning. Silver's down to 74.80. Man, people are getting wrecked over there in silver. Everybody jumped in there, got wrecked. Absolutely. Some people that like jumped in at 150 when everybody are 100 above, 100 and above, they got freaking torched. If they were holding on, they got torched. So we'll see. Silver will come back though. It'll be back above $100. They're just getting all you guys out of there, getting all people like us up out of there. That's all they're doing. Let's see what's up. What else? But yeah, the stock market itself, it got torched the last couple of days. So I expect a good Friday morning, and then you expect that dump, right? Amazon reported yesterday their stock has taken a little bit of a tumble. It's down 10%, 10.3%. That's craziness. Down to $222.65. That's absolutely nuts, man. Where are they selling in the pre-markets? Let's look. See, they're going to get torched again. They're going to get torched at open. Amazon's going to get torched at open, y'all. Holy Jesus, look at that, man. Amazon closed at $222.69. They're going to open, if the market was going to open right now, at $206.48. They are absolutely getting lit up over here. Let's go to the 5-day chart. Let's look and see how bad this is. They are getting freaking torched, man. Are you kidding me? Woo, Amazon? Look at that chart from Amazon. That's 5-day chart. Man, they are getting freaking torched over there. Whoa, baby. I might have to go buy me some Amazon today. Might have to go buy me some Amazon. Because they are getting freaking smoked. I can't believe that. I can't believe that they're going to open at 206.53. That is craziness. Torch. That's what you call torch right there. But this AI trade, guys, here's the thing, and I told you guys about this a while ago, and I wasn't going to pull the video up from when I did tell you guys about this for a while ago, but I decided, I ain't going to pull it up. But you can go back and watch the lives. This AI trade, I told you guys, I said this thing, I'm not going to say it's going to bust because I don't think it's going to bust. But what's happening here is people are starting to come to the realization that that's all fake money flowing around. It's all paper money flowing around the AI trade. So this company says that they're going to give this company $3 billion. And then this company takes that $3 billion and they say that they're going to give this other company over here $2 billion. And then that company takes it. And they're just throwing this money around, right? Like, and the money doesn't even really stay, like they're just moving money from one AI company to another, and eventually that was going to catch up with them. And guess what, y'all? It caught up with them. So the AI trade is going to take a little bit of a step back. It's not going to go anywhere, but it's going to take a step back because people are starting to look at the books now, and they're like, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all don't got no money. Y'all just moving money around. Like, ain't nobody got no money over there. You don't got really what you say. So watch out for that. Watch out for that AI trade. Watch out for that AI trade. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oracle is just getting freaking torched. I was going to bring that chart up today too. Man, Oracle is just getting freaking banged in this market, man. So I might buy some Oracle too, just because it's so beat up. You know it's going to come back. But yo, that thing is just freaking torched, man. Just, oh, man. Whoo. That thing got smoked out. But yo, let's get over here to the cryptocurrency market. Let's see what's going on because we got about an hour. Yo, yo, trying to tell y'all what was coming your way, man. Yo, I'm good. I got out of the market right around 108. I sold off all my spot positions right around 108 when BTC got around 108, man. But trying to tell y'all that too. But look at this Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. Yo, Ken, what the hell going on, man? That thing says 5, baby. That thing says 5. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is at 5. Listen, you gonna come off the chart in a minute. I mean, you ain't got much further down to go. I mean, that's extreme fear. I would say that's extreme fear right there. That motherfucker sitting at 5. Listen, that's a single digit right there. That right there. That's a single digit. Let's look. Let's look at something real quick. Yeah. Let's look at something real quick. Yeah. When was the last time the Bitcoin fear? When was the last time the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index was at 5? Whoa, baby, that index got freaking torched. Yeah, everybody's scared. Everybody's scared. Makes sense, man. You got to go all the way back to like the beginning of the last bull bear market to get all the way back down to 5. That joint got smoked, man. Whoa. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh. Oh man. When I'm away for PC. Yo, I'm shouting your name, Ken. When's the last time you see that joint at 5, man? 5. Whoa, baby. Where's the relief? Somebody please call 911. Bitcoin, the Fear and Greed Index on life support. Somebody call 911, baby. Somebody come and get him. We need give him some chest pumps, baby. Give him some chest pumps. That thing, boo, wee. CPR, baby. Somebody come and give this Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index some CPR. Holy Jesus. Altcoin season sitting at 20 out of 100. Do we even need to talk about altcoin season at this point? Do we even need to talk about altcoin season at this point? It ain't. Listen, I don't mean to be a dickhead, but it ain't coming this cycle. You got your altcoin season already. You got what you got, man. It's not coming. You're going to have to wait till next year. 2.27 trillion market cap right now. That thing is just bleeding out red. It's just bleeding out red. You know, listen, the ETF outflows $513 million, man. This is dropping the bucket. But the problem here is with this with the ETF inflows and outflows. If you look at the BTC average cost on the iShare account for people that are holding, their average cost for all of their ETFs, if you put it in when people bought, and how much they bought and where they bought, it's $90. So most of the people that bought these ETFs right here are underwater. That's the problem. They're underwater. So when in the Ethereum and the Bitcoin ETF, they're underwater. I'm not underwater. I'm getting close to being break even, but I ain't underwater yet. We were smart enough to say, hold on. That we were smart enough to say we ain't gonna buy until the dip happens. But most of the average cost is about $90. So technically speaking, impossibly any crypto, any crypto can go to zero. Technically speaking, any crypto can go to zero. You're absolutely right, Selmo. They can. Cosmos is a prime example. Cosmos went to zero. Cosmos is dead. Anybody that's invested in Cosmos knows what I'm talking about. That blockchain, it was all the hype. It was everybody was going to use Cosmos. That was the joy. Everybody was going to use it. In October, when October happened, they went to zero. But there's no way in hell Bitcoin's going to zero. That's just craziness. If you're betting on Bitcoin going to zero, oh, you're betting on the wrong. In my opinion, you're betting on the wrong thing. The only thing that's certain is tax, death, and tax. That's the only thing that's certain, man, in this world. Bitcoin can go to zero, but it's not gonna. But yeah, so when you look at these ETF inflows and outflows, the average cost is $90 for people that are holding. So yo, guys over there on TikTok, keep smashing that like screen. Hunt Singer, I see you over there, dog. Hunsinger, keep my chat together over there on TikTok, man. You the mod. You and Mark are the mod. Keep it together over there, man. Don't let anybody be over there talking crazy either. So we got these Bitcoin dominance, 58.3%, Ethereum dominance, 10.2%, and we got the other altcoins, 31.5%. So here's the thing: Bitcoin runs the market. It's at 58.3% of the market. So when you guys say Bitcoin are going to zero, I gotta look at you and go, if Bitcoin goes to zero and this market loses 58.3% of its market cap, you're down to about $1.2 trillion. What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? I mean, come on. What are you gonna do with that? Millions lost. BTC. BTC. Yeah, millions are lost in BTC right now. Millions are lost in the whole crypto market. Listen, for every time you get one number here, that's $1 billion, right? One number on this market cap, that's $1 billion. So this market cap was at $4.5 trillion, right? You've lost over half of this market cap, right? But when you look at it, you're over 50% down on that market cap. So I told you guys weeks ago to watch the total market cap. I said watch the total market cap. That's where it's going to lead you down a path. If you just watch the total market cap and you watch how money inflows and outflows, it's going to lead you down a path of understanding why I'm saying what I'm saying, right? And if you watch this total market cap chart, you watch this thing bleed off since December. You just watch this thing bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed some more and bleed some more and bleed. I mean, it just sprung a leak the whole time since December. Just sprung a leak down, 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 bang, 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 bang. And I told you guys, I even brought it up for you guys. I said, look, we lost this channel that we were in since 2023. This total market cap is in trouble, right? And Danny, you crazy. No, man, we going bull run, baby. Full on bull. Man, listen, you gotta know what you're looking for. You just can't be out here doing shit blindly without understanding or listening to people that tell you that this isn't important. This is the total market cap. And we'll get into the total market cap chart in a minute. But this is all of your cryptos. We're not excluding anything in this total market cap. And when you watch this thing bleed off since December, if this thing's bleeding off, what do you think that your altcoin's going to do? Like, come on, man. We got to do what we got to do around here. And sometimes we just got to put truth to fact. And but when you look at the longs and shorts out here, there's $550.29 billion of liquidations out here. We'll get to the liquidation map in a minute. But remember, when this thing was sitting up here at $900 billion, right? And I'm telling you guys right now, futures, the longs and shorts, that's going to drive your next bull run right there. There's going to be more leverage in this market the next bull run than there was this bull run, and we set record highs for leverage in this on this run. There's going to be more than what's there now, because people have figured out the game, right? People have figured out that holding crypto for the run is just, yes, it's good if you're taking profits on the way up, but it's actually not the best way to do it. And I'll give you an example, right? I'll give you a prime example, right? Let's come on over here. Let's look at some charts, right? This is the Canton chart, right? Let's say you got into Canton way down here. Let's pull this all the way back. Let's say you got into Canton at 6 cents, right? So now you're up, right? You're up right here. Let's say you got in at, I don't know, call it a penny. Let's just, for the sake of argument, let's call it a penny. Let's say you got in at a penny and it's at 16 cents right now, right? So you're up 10x, right? Let's just say you're up at 10x, right? Now, if I'm leverage trading, let's say you put 1,000, let's say you put 500 in there and you're up 10x. You're up to $5,000, right? Now, I'm leverage trading. I can go in here right now. I could put $500 in there and put a 10x leverage on it, and now I'm trading with $5,000, right? So now all the gains that you get from this point forward on your $5,000, I'm going to see the same gains that you get, except for I only risked $500 of my money, and you risked $1,000 of your money. So I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch your gains pretty quick, right? Pretty quick. Except for you had to hold from all the way down there to all the way up here. And I just got in right now. So when I say to you guys, I'm not worried about catching the bottom, because even if I don't catch the bottom, I'll catch you in leverage. That's what I'm talking about, right? And that's what a lot of people don't explain. I'll catch you in leverage. So that's kind of how this game works, right? So when that's why I'm saying I think that trading is the new way in this next bull market, and that's what people have finally figured out. People have finally figured that out, and that's why you see so much leverage in the market. So we got, obviously we've had a red day, right? Well, I mean, I don't think that anybody that's in dispute for anybody, right? But we're into a red hour right now, right? So let's see if we can turn this around. We are starting to get a little bit of a bounce this morning, just a tiny bit of a bounce. But let's go ahead and let's look at some of these cryptos. Let's look at some of these losses, right? Let's look at them on the week, right? It's important that we look at them on a week. Bitcoin down 19.9%, right? So this is the advantage of holding Bitcoin, right? You look at it, it's down 19.9%. Keep that number right there in mind, right? If you held Ethereum, you're down 29.8%. You're down 29. You lost 29.8% of your wealth by holding Ethereum through this run, right? you're down. If you're holding BNB, you're down 24.7% of your wealth, right? If you're holding XRP, you're down 21.4% of your wealth in a week. In a week. Well, remember, we're talking about a week. This is why you take profits, right? This is exactly why you take profits right here. And I'm only saying this not to throw it in anybody's face, but to prove a point about why you need to take profits on the way up. Solana, 29.7%, right? 29.7%. Just think about what's going on right now. They just think about what I'm saying and just think about what's going on right now. Hyperliquid, you're up 14.9%. What is Hyperliquid? Hyperliquid is a perp dex, right? So they're trading longs and shorts over there. It's a layer one blockchain, but it's on a perp dex, right? Why is it up? Because people are trading the market. It's just because people are trading the market, right? So we're putting common sense to what's going on right now, right? Chainlink, you're down 22.3% of your wealth if you held this, right? All the way down. I told you guys my average cost on Chainlink was $8. I came on here, I told you guys at like $17, I was dumping half of my bag, right? I came back on here right around 100 when Bitcoin was at right around 110 to 95,000, that I was completely out of the spot market, which meant I was completely out of Chainlink, right? So, but if you round trip that bag right now, you're down 23.4% in just a week. Now we can get into these months and stuff like that. Like if you look at just the month, right? Or I mean the year, right? You look at the year. Where's Bitcoin at on the year? 31.4% of your wealth gone. Gone. Ethereum, 31.3% of your wealth gone. Out. You out. BNB, you're still up 1%. You're still up 1%. Let's call that even, right? Let's just call that even, because 1%, that's not bad. XRP, 42.3% of your wealth gone. So when people tell you hold, this is why you don't do that, right? This is why you don't do that, right? Chainlink, 56.8% of your wealth gone. You lost half of your wealth. Over half of your money is just gone. It's kapoof, it's gone. That's why you don't hold. HBAR, 64.6%. Take profits, guys. Take profits. HBAR went on a hell of a run. You guys should have been taking profits, right? So when you go down through these, we got to put common sense to we got to put knowledge to common sense, right? And that's what we got to do, right? And I'm not. So if you didn't sell, right? If you didn't sell, my stance is, and somebody asked me yesterday, is don't sell now. Don't sell now. Like you're down 50%. You're literally down 50% of your money. So why would you sell? You're better off just waiting for the next run, right? And just don't make the mistake next time to not sell. So let's break this thing. Let's break it down. Like let's look at something that's down. The first token that's down big, right? On the year, right? So that would be XRP, right? 42%, right? Or no, I don't want to pick on XRP because everybody says I pick on XRP, and they get their fucking panties in a bunch, and they don't know how to act. So Solana down 58%, right? So if you would have sold Solana on its run up, right, and you would have just bought in right now, you would have doubled the size of your bag off the same money, mind you. That you didn't put a dime in extra off the same money, you would have doubled your bag, right? And if you DCA'd down in this thing, you would have not doubled your bag because you would have been buying at 200, you would have been buying at 150, you would have been buying at 120, you would have been buying at 122, you would have been buying at all the way down. You get my point, right? So that if you would have got out at the top, or close to the top, because you can never call the top. If you would have just got out close to the top and took your profits, when this thing dropped and you're in this situation right now, and you would have just put that money to the side, you would have doubled your back. You literally would have doubled your back. So if you had one Solana, now you would add 2 Solanas for the same price. So that's what I'm telling you. No additional money. That's why we say and do what we say and do. You guys tap that like button, man. Tap that like button. So I don't just say this stuff to you guys without actually showing you guys how you guys could have made more money. Now some people say, well, I'm in it for the next 15 years, so I'm just going to buy and hold, and I'm just going to DCA my way down, and I'm going to ride the waves. Well, that's cool. That's cool. But the people that are actually know the cycles, and they know how to look at a chart, and they know when to get out, they're going to beat you every single time. They're going to gain wealth a lot faster than you are. So you, even at BTC, you look at BTC sitting at 66,100 right now. It's down 31%. All right. If you would have just kind of took and sold off at 110 when I told you guys to, if you were holding BTC, and you bought back in at 66, how much bigger would your bags have been if you would have just put the same amount of money back in? People that are doing that are beating you. They're beating you right now because they know the cycle. And yes, we are on a 4-year cycle. Yes, the 4-year cycle is playing itself out. No, we're not on a boat. No, we're not in a super cycle. No, the 4-year cycle is not broken. No, 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 and no. It's playing out exactly like it should have played out, exactly like the cycles have played out in years past. So no, 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 and no. Key factor for the dump, Trump. We can blame the dump on tariffs. I'll tell you what I think the dump happened. Why I didn't expect this. Right. Let's go ahead and let's look at the chart. So I didn't expect this. Let's just look at the total market cap chart. Like, then that way people don't have to get their freaking panties all in a bunch because they think I'm picking on their fucking token as if they own this son of a bitch or something. So let's just look at the total market cap, right? We're gonna look at this on. Let's move this to the weekly, right? Let's look at this total market cap on the weekly, right? I'll pull this bad boy up, and we'll talk about this. We talk about this. You know what I'm saying, Ken? Like, Ken, you laughing, but you know I'm serious, man. You know I ain't playing, man. You know people get this shit all in a bunch, man, and they want to arguing with you, and then I ain't talking about picking on my token. You're picking on my token. No, if your token's taking a shit dive, we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, not personal. You don't own the damn thing. You don't got no say in what happens. So here's what I didn't expect, right? So you got a total market cap sitting at 2.25 trillion, right? Here was the top, of this run was about 4.5 trillion, right? And here is what's happened over the last month, right? We talked about this right here. Remember this? Remember this, Ken? Remember this, Seiko? Remember this heat? When we pulled this up right here, and I said to you guys, I said, oh boy, we have a problem. We have a problem right here. Right here, we have a problem on the weekly. Remember this chart? I put this up here. And I left this here just for conversation purposes, right? Just for conversation purposes. Because stop funding my bags. That's what everybody says. You're funding your bags. But the thing about it is like, I ain't funding your bags. Like, the chart's the chart, man. Until you cash out, until I cash out, then funding bags. All right, man. All right, Ken, we'll let you cash out first. But okay, so I put this up here, right here. And I told you guys, I said, if we break out of this channel right here, and it looks like we're breaking out, we're in trouble. Right? And this was This was January 2026, right there, first of the year, right? We started to look at it. We started to draw this over here, right? We started to draw this all the way back in, November, and we were watching this, right? And there was a reason we were watching it, because I told you guys the market was leaking off right here. Started to leak, sprung a leak right here, and I said, "Oh boy, if we got a green candle here, but if we can't continue this momentum, we're gonna be in trouble, right?" So started to watch this thing real heavy right up in here, and I told you guys I brought it here on stream, and right here, I said we're in trouble. What I didn't expect was this. I didn't expect the drop to happen so fast, right? I didn't expect the bottom to fall out as fast as it was going to fall out, right? So I thought that we would drop out of here. We would mint this red candle. We'd trade sideways here on this line for a minute. We'd drop down to this line. We would trade sideways for a minute. We would drop down to here. And this is a key level right here, $2 trillion, right? We get to this $2 trillion mark, which we touched it. We touched it. We're trying to touch it this week. But if we mint a candle up underneath this $2 trillion market cap, I don't know why my screen keeps flashing like that. But if we mint a candle up underneath this $2 trillion market cap right here, you know what the deal is right here. And this is why it's important. This 2 trillion, you see, I got it marked out right here. Boom, boom, boom. There's no help for us. There's no support or resistance. There's no line up underneath this 2 trillion until you get to 1.5 trillion, right? So you're going to lose $500 billion on this drop, right? This drop will get filled, right? So that's why I have this box right here, right? So if this total market cap drops up in this box, there's no relief in sight. Understand that very clearly. There's no relief there. This was your run. This was the altcoin run, right? And that's why the market cap's so big, going back from to May, from May to like July, June, July, somewhere up in there, right? This was your altcoin run, right? And there's no support or resistance there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there to hold you up, right? Until you get to right here. And this is just a hair. Like you're not, it's not even huge, right? So when you get to right here, right, that you might see a little bit of relief at 1.5. So if we drop down inside of this box right here at 2 trillion, oh, that's gonna get ugly. That's gonna get ugly. And that drop is gonna happen. And right here was the last bull run right here. And this was the bottom of it. And so, if we get down in here, then we're looking at something kind of ridiculous, right? But I think that we're gonna get into here. And we're gonna get into there. You see us, and you notice Ken always talk about support and resistance, Ken and Heat and everybody. And here it is, right? You see where that market cap bounced, right? We got all the way down to the top of that box, and it used it as support and it bounced off of it, right? It used it as support and it bounced right off of it, right? If this starts to mint candles down up in here, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. So, like, that's what I'm telling you guys. You guys got to have levels to watch, right? Like, don't go into, and this is why I keep telling you guys, like, don't go into this stuff blind, right? Know what your levels are, right? Have levels to watch. This is all about a game plan, right? This is a game plan. This ain't, you've got to have a game plan, right? So 2 trillion, I'm buying. I'm buying down here, right? I'm loading up on crypto down here, right? I'm starting to deploy money back into the market down in this area right here, right? That's where my deploy level is, right? And then we'll move this thing to back up to the daily, and we'll look at Bitcoin, and I'll tell you guys where I'll show you guys, like, exactly where my deploy levels are. Where my deploy levels is means that's where I'm going to start deploying my capital back into the market, right? This is where I'm going to start buying spot crypto, right? Not leverage trading. I'm actually going to be buying spot, right? Which don't even I didn't even think I'd be saying that this early, but I'm going to be buying spot, right? Well, I already did start to buy some. And I can tell you, I'll share with you guys what I bought, right? So right here was this 75 to $70,000 box, right? There was this box here. We had support on Bitcoin in this area right here, right? In this area, right? But this was what we called the danger zone, right? Because if we lost this support, 66 was definitely on the table, which is this box right here, 66 down to like 60, right? I think it's 60. Yeah, down to roughly around 60, right? But this 75 to 70 was the danger zone, right? This was where all hell was going to break loose if we couldn't hold this support right here, right? If we couldn't hold this. And that's exactly what happened, right? All hell broke loose. Market just freaking bottomed the hell out. I didn't expect to see this big of a drop, right? But right here, this box right here, the reason that this box is on here is because let's pull this thing all the way back here. Let's get some perspective of why this box is here, right? When we look at it for what it is, this box right there is literally right there's the box. From there to there, what is that? What is that? That's the lowest support line you have from this massive run up, right? That's it. I mean, yeah, there's a little here, but that's it. That's what you got, right? That's to me, that's a good buy zone because if you notice, we're starting to play off of this box, right? We're bring this back, right? We're starting to trade. This is the new trading zone, by the way, as well. And I didn't think I'd be saying that this early either. But this is the new trading zone, right? These daily charts, daily candles. You drop down inside of this trading zone right here, right? And it hit the bottom. Oh, look at that. Damn, Danny's good. It hit the bottom of that box. And what happened? It bounced out, right? It bounced out, right? Hit the bottom of that zone. That's trading zone. What's happening now, though? You see this candle starting to come down. If they can use the top of this for support, they can bounce back up into this trading zone over here, which I'm cool with. I'm good with that. Like I'm good with playing with Bitcoin. I'm good with it playing between 75 and 65K. No problem. I don't have a problem with that at all. Right. And I actually think that that's a good thing right now. We need some sort of support somewhere, right? So I think that that's a good thing. But this box right here is my buy zone. So what did I do? I bought when this dropped down in here, and I seen that it was clearly down inside of this box. Then this is why when you have a plan, you don't have to think about what you're going to do. Once you have a plan, you just do it. You just do it. That's it. That's it. You just do it. There's my man Selma laughing at me. You laughing about Selma? You don't need to have a plan. You just do it, right? So when we got down inside of there, I deployed capital. I bought Chainlink. I bought Solana, right? And them were my two buys at this point, right? Now, my third project I'm going to buy is Canton, right? And I'm waiting. Canton is on a different type of trading schedule right now. So it wasn't as low as everybody else as we got inside of this buy zone, right? For me. And I did pick up a little bit of BTC right down here, right? But I bought some Solana and I bought some Chainlink and I started to buy some BTC, not a lot. So how much capital did we put into the market right there at that point? 10%. 10% of what I'm going to put into the market went in at that point right there, right? If we start trading sideways inside of this buy channel, I'll continue to buy down at the bottom of this line right here. Every time we drop below the halfway point, I'll deploy some more capital, right? So that's kind of how we're rolling right now. And if we get down to these levels down here into the 57, 58,000 of Bitcoin, I'll deploy more capital, right? So that's why you need a plan. Screenshot that, make that your plan if you want to. I don't care. But this is my buy zone. And my next buy zone, on this chart right now is between 57 and 55, right? That'll be my next buy zone, right? So, and I match that up with market cap, right? So it is what it is. That's how we do it. And that's because down here, let's say BTC goes to 50K, right? I feel less pain in my investment than if I was just trying to DCA down through all this, right? Try to DCA down through all of this mayhem when your EMAs are telling you you're clearly on a downtrend, right? No reversal in sight there. Everything's telling you that you're to the downside, you're to the downside, you're to the downside. Why would you deploy your capital all the way up here? You're going to feel so much more pain on the way down. Just wait. Get a zone and just wait. Don't feel the pain all the way down. That's just absurdity. Like, that's just craziness. I mean, you look at Solana right here. Where are we with Solana? Like, I mean, you look at this thing, man. I cleared the chart off Solana because the lines we had on Solana are completely irrelevant at this point. They're irrelevant. You're so far down. The lines we were trading off just 2 months ago are absolutely irrelevant at this moment in time. But when you look at these things, it's just not okay. So it's starting to catch some legs. So I was buying Solana at 70 down there. We were buying at like 75. And we bought some, I think, at like 73, at 75 and 73. I'm already up. Right? But if I was just DCing all the way through, I wouldn't be up. Got to know when to deploy your capital. Let's look at XRP. Let's see where we are. Starting to come back, right? Starting to come back. $1.37. $1.37. So, let's look at this for a second. Holy Jesus, fucking rainbow over here. That's what you call a rainbow chart right there. Woo. Straight down. That's a whole rainbow. This is a round trip right here. When you look at a chart like this, and if you bought over here, you literally just round trip that joint. Whoa, you can look at any crypto like that. That's a whole. That's a round trip right there, boy. You don't do that. Don't do that. But people always want to know, like, XRP chart wise, right? Like, what's going on, right? Like, here's what happened with XRP. What why it took some. What the hell? Did something. I'm over here clicking, messing my charts up. The gremlins are in the computer, baby. The gremlins are in the computer. But damn, what the hell happened? Something happened. Hold up. Yeah, I want this. I'm over here clicking buttons and messing shit up. Messing stuff up over here. There we go. So when we look at this, right, for what it is, I gotta fix the whole damn chart now. I messed the whole damn chart up, y'all. So here we are, right? What's going on over here, right? Why such the big drop, right? Why such the big drop, right? Well, if you look over here, it's the same thing that we just talked about, right? Look at this gap right here. They needed to fill this gap, right? You caught some support right here, right? But look at this gap right here. This is going to be a problem. This right here is going to be a problem because they're going to try to come and get this, right? And that's roughly up in that $1.09 area. That's going to be a problem if they get down there because that gap will get filled, right? The market makers will fill that gap. That's going to be an issue, right? So that's something I'm watching on XRP right now is do they come down and fill that gap? If they come down and fill that gap, then that's your buy zone. Short order set for 66 shit. 6. Yeah, I think so too. I got an order for BTC down there as well. I got a buy order set for 66 for BTC as well. There's no doubt about that. That buy order is shit and ready to rock and roll. But yeah. So we got that going on there. Look at Ethereum though. You know, look at ETH. Look at this, man. $1,920. This thing got down to like 1,800 yesterday. Like when we look at where ETH was at yesterday, down around 1,800, man. Yo, ETH fell off damn cliff, right? That is craziness. That's just absolutely certain. But you will see, I think you're going to see a $1,500 Ethereum. I think that's going to happen. I think this market is ready to come down another, it's ready to come down, again at some point because we just came down so hard so fast. We're going to gain some sideways action here. We'll gain some sideways action, which I'm hoping. I keep telling you guys, I'm hoping we gain sideways action, but we're not done. This liquidation is not done. Keltro, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. But this liquidation is not done, right? But, we got to play this thing smart, right? So that's why I keep telling you guys to have your buy zones ready to go. You know what I mean? You look at these buy zones, total market cap buy zone right here. We get down inside of this box. I'm going in heavy, right? I'm going in heavy. Heavy hitters in the building. We get down to that zone, right? BTC buy zones right here. We come back down into this zone right here between 66 and 65. Me and Scottish kind of agree. We're buying, right? We don't even got to think about it. You can set your orders up in here, up in these zones right here, and just set it and forget it. We came down here. I already started to buy back in. I already started to buy Solana. I already started to buy Chainlink up in here, right? And boom, boom. Where are we at now? Boom, you're back all the way up in profit. Instead of Don't ride this pain. Don't ride this pain. And anybody who tells you, oh man, just DCA right here and just DCA all the way down, they're full of shit. Why would you do that? Why would you just deploy your capital here, 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 here? And by the time you get down here, you're out of capital. You're out. You're done. You got no more to spend at the lowest levels. No more to spend. You're done. That's craziness. That's nonsense. That's deploy down here. And why down here? Just pull the chart back. Just look. These are some of the lowest levels we had on the way up. Some of the lowest levels we had on the way up. So you buy the lows. You buy the lows. So what if this runs back up to 75,000? Who cares? Doesn't matter. Buy down here. Who cares if it runs back up in it? I want it to run back up into this box. I want it to trade sideways up in here and then drop back down to here. I want that to happen. But who cares? Doesn't matter. Did something to this damn chart, man. But I'll figure out what the hell I did to the damn chart. But all right, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get off here today. We're gonna get out of here. It's 8 o'clock. I gotta go to work. Just telling you guys, man, don't be so crazy, right? Don't be so crazy about this market. Don't be so negative about this market. If you round tripped your bags, it's all right. It's not the end of the world. This bear market's going to be a little bit shorter than it's going to be shorter than the other one. Just play it smart now. Don't worry about what happened then. Just play it smart now, right? And get your buy zones together and quit listening to everybody. Get your buy zones together and look at the chart and say, where am I buying in? Where's a good spot that looked like it was at the lows of the last run for any crypto that you're getting into? Any crypto, doesn't matter. Just where were the lows of the last run and where's the best spots for me to buy in if you're spot holding, right? And it damn sure ain't up there. It's going to be down here, right? It's going to be down at these levels, down here where we are now, right? And then look at it and go, where are my buy zones at, right? And set them up, set them buy zones up, and then just go in there and set your buy orders, right? Me and Scottish already know we got buy orders already set up, right? Buy orders set up. And then that way, as soon as this gets down here, it just buys it for you. Like, you don't even got to watch the chart. Like, it's just done. It's done. Like, it just happens automatically. Magic machine. The magic machine just happens, right? It just happens for you. So when you look at this, that's how you got to play this game, right? And it is what it is, man. And so if you round tripped your last bags, just do something better and do something smarter this time. But this thing fell off a fucking cliff. The whole market fell off a cliff. We can blame it on Trump. We can blame it on tariffs. We can blame it on the Epstein files. We can blame it on Iran. We can blame it on whatever we want to blame it on. And all of them play a role in what's going on. But the bottom line here is we seen this in the charts back December, January. Some people seen it in November, right? I didn't necessarily see it all the way in November. We seen that there was a problem in November, but we didn't go, oh my God. But we seen this in December and we've been watching it. So it's of no surprise, right? Of what just happened. The time frame it happened in is a surprise, but the violentness of how it happened is a surprise, but where we are isn't a shock. We just got here a little bit quicker. But have a plan. Have a plan, y'all. And this time around, make sure you do what I always tell you to do. Take your damn profits at a 2x. I don't care if it's Bitcoin. I don't care if it's Ethereum. I don't care if it's XRP. I don't care if it's XLM. I don't care if it's your mom's token. I don't care if it's your dad's token. I don't care if it's your daughter's token, your son's token. It don't matter to me. At a 2x, get your initial money up out of there. So then you're riding pure profit. Period. End of discussion. That shouldn't even be a discussion for people who have been in this space for one run. That shouldn't even be a conversation of when you get your initials out. 2x. Period. End of discussion. Set it up in your exchange or wherever you're trading, and don't even worry about it. Take half of my bag at a 2x and get my initials up out of there. So that you don't have to worry about losing any money. That's not even a discussion. That's not even a conversation for people who have been around this space for any extended amount of time. Not even a conversation. If you are having that conversation with yourself right now about when you should get up out of there, take your initials up out of there, and it's not a 2x, you have not learned your lesson. Not even a discussion. But all right, guys, have a great weekend. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I may take just a couple of days off. Not sure, but we'll see. We'll see what's up. We'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to try to take a little bit of a break, just a little bit. Big Watch, what's up, dude? What's up, dude? And we'll see what happens. I may jump on next week, or I may take the week off. I don't know, but I'll let you guys know. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll get at you guys when I do. And like I said, I might take a couple days off. We'll see. We will see. But I will let you guys know. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay smart. For everybody on the East Coast, stay warm. It's supposed to be absolutely brutal this weekend. In the negative numbers, Selmo, stay warm up there, man. I should say down there from where I am. But down there, stay warm, my brother. It's going to get brutal. It's going to get nasty. Be safe. Look after your family. Make sure they're safe if they're in them extremely cold areas as well. And, everybody just take care of everybody, and we'll be better for it. All right. So with that, guys, we're up out of here. You guys have a great day, great weekend, and we'll see. We'll keep you guys up to date. Peace. We out.